My wife wanted an open marriage to explore herself, so I gave her exactly what she asked for. Jessica waited until I was holding the $3,000 diamond earrings I'd bought for our 10th anniversary before she said it. I think we should open our marriage. She didn't even look up from her pasta at the Italian place where we'd had our first date. She'd been texting someone all through dinner, smiling at her phone, and now she was explaining how she got married too young and needed to explore who she really was. The earrings were literally still in my hand. When I asked if she was really doing this on our anniversary, she actually laughed. Said that proved we were secure enough for this adventure, that I was so stable and predictable that she knew I'd understand. Then came the kicker. She'd already downloaded the apps, just wanted to be honest with me. My stomach turned to ice. I set the earrings down next to her wine glass, smiled, and agreed. She had no idea what she'd just started. The next morning, I downloaded dating apps while Jessica was in the shower. I made sure to put ethically non-monogamous right at the top, with our wedding photo clearly visible. When she came out and saw me swiping through matches at breakfast, her coffee mug stopped halfway to her mouth. She asked if I was already starting, trying to sound casual, but her voice cracked. I told her I was just exploring like she wanted. Fair was fair, right? She set down her mug so hard coffee sloshed over the edge. She mumbled something about thinking I'd need more time to process this. Process what? She didn't need time. Her face did this thing where she wanted to argue but couldn't without looking like a hypocrite. 2 weeks later came her sister's engagement party. I walked in with Amber, this yoga instructor who was honestly thrilled to be there. The room went quiet for a second when Jessica spotted us. She was holding a champagne glass, and I watched her knuckles turn white as she gripped it. She excused herself from her conversation and practically dragged me into the hallway. "You brought a date to my sister's engagement party?" Her voice was this angry whisper that kept cracking. Before I could answer, Amber was already introducing herself to Jessica's mom as my girlfriend, explaining our beautiful open arrangement loud enough for everyone to hear. Jessica's mom's smile froze like someone had hit pause on her face. Her sister looked between us like she was watching a car crash. The best part was Jessica's aunt asking if we were getting divorced, right in front of everyone. Jessica had to explain that no, she'd wanted this, while I stood there looking supportive. Sunday dinner at her parents' house was when things really escalated. Her dad was carving the roast, asking about summer plans like always. I passed the potatoes and mentioned my upcoming Cabo trip with Natalie. The carving knife stopped moving. Jessica's mom wanted to know who Natalie was. I explained she was someone I was seeing, since Jessica wanted us to explore. Her mom's fork hit her plate with this loud clang that made everyone jump. Her dad started carving again, but way too aggressively, like he was imagining it was me. Jessica tried to change the subject, but her mom wasn't done. She asked if we were both seeing other people, the disgust in her voice obvious. I watched Jessica shrink in her chair as I explained this was all her idea, that she'd said monogamy was outdated. Her dad finally spoke. "In my house, we call that adultery." Jessica looked like she wanted to crawl under the table and die. 3 months in, Jessica wasn't dating anyone but kept asking about my dates. When I missed her birthday dinner for a date, she said we needed to set boundaries. I reminded her she'd said growth needed freedom. She couldn't explain what she actually wanted without admitting she'd made a mistake. The breaking point was her company Christmas party. Her CEO was introducing me to investors as her husband. Actually, I'm one of her partners. She opened our marriage so she could explore herself. The CEO looked shocked. The investors looked uncomfortable. Jessica looked like she wanted to disappear. I heard her gasp from across the room. Her professional reputation was destroyed in that moment. Everyone would remember her as the woman with an open marriage. In the car afterward, she broke down completely. "Close it. I want to close the marriage immediately." I pulled into our driveway and told her I'd already filed for divorce that morning. She could keep exploring herself all she wanted as a single woman. The papers were on the kitchen counter next to those anniversary earrings she never wore.